Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to ask all senior parents to please head down and meet at the bench by the 50-yard line on the near sideline to the stands. Again, all senior parents, please head down to the track and the field and meet by the bench on the 50-yard line. Thank you.
That was a waste the other night, huh? I sat there until the bus left and I figured we weren't going to get that game in. But we would have got, they beat Westwood, team that, so that would have been an ugly game. There was another team full of giants. You see the size of those guys? You didn't go at all?
Stay upright.
Had a play? Oh, he won. He was like a semi-finalist. Remember I saw in the paper? He won?
He did win, yeah.
So his character, what was the goofy name of the character? Crockett. Congratulations. I'll see him.
Oh, yeah, he's
coming here? Call him by his character. I knew it. I didn't know what it was. Gave him a chance to ham it up. Huh? That's what acting's all about.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Pascack Hills Boys Lacrosse Senior Night 2026. We're here to celebrate our 5 seniors, so let's get underway with number 29, Basil Adams. Basil has been playing lacrosse for 4 years and has been playing on the varsity team for 2 years. Following graduation, Basil will be attending Cornell University. He is joined on the field by his Once again, Basil will be attending Cornell University. He is joined on the field by his father, Adam. That's number 29, Basil Adams. Next up, number 10, Jacob Cooperman. Jacob has been playing lacrosse for 6 years and has been playing on the varsity team for 2 years. Post-graduation, Jacob will be attending Rutgers, New Brunswick, and will be studying biology with a pre-med track. Joining Jacob on the field is his mom, Elizabeth, along with his father, Constantine. That's number 10, Jacob Cooperman. Next up, number 9, Robert Malcolm. Robert started playing lacrosse in his freshman year and has been playing on the varsity team for 2 years. Post-graduation, Robert plans on studying business at Auburn University. Joining Robert on the field is his mother, Adrienne, his father, Rob, and his sister, Ariana. That's number 9, Robert Malcolm. And now, wearing number 5, Arkady Kokush. Arkady started playing lacrosse after moving from New York City his freshman year and has been playing on the varsity team for 2 years. After graduation, Arkady will be studying math and computer science at NYU. Joining him on the field is his mother, Evelina, his father, Alex, and his siblings, Ada and Mark. That's number 5, Arkady Kokush. And finally, wearing number 1, Logan Nassau. Logan started playing lacrosse shortly before starting high school and has been playing on the varsity team for all 4 years of high school. After graduation, Logan will attend the University of Florida, where he plans on majoring in business finance. Joining Logan on the field is his mother, Randy, his father, Adam, and his brother, Jack. That's number 1, Logan Nassau. Let's have a big hand for all of our Pascack Hills Boys Lacrosse seniors for 2026.
Before the teams get back to warming up and we head to our opening game announcements, we have one more announcement to make. Today, we want to recognize a very important senior, Matt Mad Dog Merlino. Matt has been the voice of Pascack Hills Athletics for the past 4 years. And today, in his final home broadcast on the YouTube channel PH Athletics, which he created and runs. Matt has been nothing short of amazing, and anyone who has ever watched his broadcast can attest to his talent. His knowledge of the teams, players, coaches, and all their stats is deeply impressive. Matt is a true professional, and his dedication to his craft will remain unmatched. The Pascack Hills community cannot thank Matt enough for all his hard work and professionalism. We wish him the absolute best in his future endeavors, and we just hope Matt remembers all of us when he's broadcasting the Super Bowl on national TV. Matt will be continuing his education at Seton Hall University, and we can't wait to see how far he goes. We love you, Matt, and your spot in our press box will always be remembered by us as the Matt Merlino Broadcast Booth. Well done, Matt.
Thank you, everybody. And while it might be my final call, it's also the final call for another man in the booth, another senior, but perhaps a senior citizen, Mr. Paul Henry. He's been here 25 years. He's done the announcements that I will read to you for the pregame in just a moment, and we cannot appreciate him more for doing everything he has done to both our school community and our athletic program over the past 25 years. He's retiring this year, so let's give him a hand, Mr. Paul Henry. And with that, we'll say good afternoon and welcome to the Bart DePalla Field on the campus of Pascack Hills High School. As today, the Broncos of Pascack Hills take on the Cardinals of Westwood Regional High School in an NJILL contest. Today's contest is being conducted according to the rules of the NJSIAA, ensuring fair competition among players. Spectators can help promote good sportsmanship by observing these rules and adhering to the NJSIAA Spectator Code of Conduct. Any verbal, written, or physical conduct related to race, gender, ethnicity, disability, sexual orientation, or religion, as well as shouting and disagreements with officials, will lead to ejection and suspension from future events. Thank you for your anticipated cooperation and for making this an enjoyable competitive experience for all. The Cardinals are coached by Mr. Matt Biello. The Broncos are coached by Mr. John Esposito, Mr. Robert Salgado, and Mr. Dylan Walsh. The officials for today's game are Mr. Pete Ricciardi and Mr. Philip Hammerschlag.
At this time, we all ask that all please rise and remove their hats as we listen to the Pascack Hills Chamber Choir sing our national anthem. Thank you and enjoy the game. Track athletes, please notice the game is about to begin, so please make sure you're behind the screens. Thank you.
And here I am. Welcome into the final show. I'm Matt Merlino here at Hills. We have Westwood and Pascack Hills final boys lacrosse game of the season for the Broncos. And we are just about set to go. Jacob Cooperman, the senior, in the middle, along with number 2 for Westwood. That is Greg Sealer. And the face-off will be won by Westwood. It goes to Eric Herzing, number 11. And now with the number 5 of James Wendrachowicz. Back up to the number 8. That is Liam Teesey at about the 40. As they'll work it down now with Sealer, number 2, the senior, with 108 points on his career. 47 of those have come in this season. It is Sealer again. Back up top, Robert Malcolm covering him. The 5 seniors for Hills today. Malcolm up there as we get a bouncing shot over the net, which is guarded by another senior, Vasil Adams. There's also Arkady Kokush and Jacob Cooperman, who we saw on the face-off. And over on the attacking side is number 1, Logan Nassau, the 5 Hills seniors today. TC goes over to Sealer. They're swinging it around here. And now with Wendrachowicz, the 5. A freshman, impressive this year, 35 points, 17 goals. Westwood taking it behind the net. Good look and a score from TC. One 0 Cardinals after just about a minute and 20 seconds. Hills has not beaten Westwood since 2015 in this sport. They've lost 7 straight to them. And beat them in 2014 and 2015. Back in the first 2 years of the Westwood program. Picked up by the long pole. That is, I believe, the 24 of Jack Epstein. No, it's the 23 of Ethan Kadem. A flag comes in. Looks like Westwood or Hills will be on the man up once they give up possession here. Now with Christian Jesuel, the junior in number 16, and back to Robert Malcolm as the Hills offense will set up, trying to tie this game. Alex Davis at the 20, or at the 30, excuse me. Davis takes a long shot, goes wide, out of bounds. Tyler Rothschild back there to make sure possession stays with Hills. Thanks for joining us on this Friday afternoon, beautiful Friday afternoon here in Montvale. And for all of you on Memorial Day break early, hope you're enjoying your vacation. Hope the weather's better than it's supposed to be up here. And thanks for joining us on this final ride. With Roberto Caraballo, the sophomore, and now Robert Malcolm, and back behind the net with Jesuel. And here is Rothschild again at the goal line, trying to drive, gives it back to Jesuel, looking to pass, going all the way out. It got knocked away. Nassau could not scoop it up here. Still a scrum for it. Alex Davis tried his best. It got swatted away, and now Nassau, the senior, has it on the outside. First time we've really seen him today with that ground ball. Rothschild again, back outside for Davis. Now down to Nassau, who shoots, and a nice save is made by that Westwood goalie, Jack Tantillo, a senior, over 350 saves on his career. That's 355 actually for his career right there, and 139 for his season. So the first Hills offensive attack comes up short, and now Westwood trying to take a 2-goal lead. Let's see if they can do it. Cardinals this year 8-10. This is a league game. Final game of Hills' season. They did not make the state tournament this year. Westwood did. They're the 10 seed in North Group 1. They'll be playing at Lenape Valley. Pass inside, not handled well. Good defense by Caraballo, the midfielder, to get that back up. And now Hills trying to press on the counterattack. Malcolm with a good look. Passes it down for Jesuel. Jesuel takes a shot, and it's just wide. Rothschild keeps the attack going. Lost 3 straight, Westwood, including an overtime loss to Rutherford. Also 14-3 to Paramus and 16-4 to West Milford. But on Monday, they got back on track with a 15-2 win against Paramus Catholic. 8-10 this year. There you are, under Coach Matt Biello, who has coached all but 1 year in program history. A long goal from Alex Davis, the sophomore, with his 7th of the year, and we are all tied up. So here is Cooperman trying to get the face-off as reinforcements come in. He was taking it with Seamus Foley, the 12. And now here is Malcolm trying to take the first Hills lead of this game. Malcolm up top gives it over to Alex Davis. And now with Rothschild again. Back up to Davis, who had that goal a moment ago. Caraballo now at the 35. He'll pass it down for Rothschild. Back at the 30, and now back up to Davis and down towards Malcolm on the wing. Malcolm behind the net here, covered by the 2 of Sealer. Malcolm spinning, passes inside, knocked away, and scooped right back up by Robert Malcolm again. Swing it over to Rothschild. He's got Nassau down low, but gives it back over to Davis. And here's Caraballo again, back to Nassau. Nassau off the screen from Caraballo. He'll take a long shot, bounces in. 2-0 Hills. His team leading 26th goal of this season. And 3 goals in the first 6 minutes of our first quarter. So it will be Sealer and Cooperman. Cooperman came into this game just 26 for 103 on the faceoffs. Westwood does not track faceoff statistics. They won one right there with Sealer, who gives it over now to TC, number 8. TC, a senior. And there's a goal. It comes from the 22, Andrew Bellinger, and we are all tied again at 2. Westwood responding quickly after Hills took their first lead of the day. And an exciting open to this game. 2 goals for Westwood, 2 goals for Hills, 6:04 still to go in our opening quarter. Davis and Nassau, the scorers for Hills, TC and Bellinger, the 2 goals for the Cardinals. And here's a face-off win for Sealer. Trying to press it, goes down, no whistle. And a ground ball taken by Kadem, now taken right back by TC. TC gives it down to Bellinger. Back behind the net with the 21 of Ben Unger. Unger this year, a freshman with 18 goals, 16 assists. That's Bellinger back up top to TC again. And Sealer gives it over to Wendrich Schowitz. Back over to Sealer. Sealer, long shot, good save by Adams, and another good save after the rebound, and now it's with Ethan Kadem. Seamus Foley took that second shot, hit right off of Adams' stick. Short pass to Luca Pinto, the great junior defenseman with over 100 career ground balls, 60 this season. That leads Hills. He's also got 2 goals this season and 4 for his career. Won't get one here, but he is down with that long pole. Now he retreats back to the 50, and the offense will get set up. Caraballo getting some instructions from Coach John Esposito. This is Alex Davis. Caraballo comes in, and now back to even strength. Hills was down a man on that preliminary charge. Just under 4.5 to go in the first. All tied up at 2 in this league game between Westwood and Pascack Hills. Broncos trying to even up with the Cardinals in the league standings with a win here today. Westwood 2-4, Hills 1-5. Davis passes it down to Rothschild. Rothschild at the 35. He's going to look for something. Instead, forced behind the net. Good defense from Luke Merkovich. Nassau now guarded by the long pole of Eric Herzing. Trapped behind the net, needing to pass, and finds Caraballo. Under 4 minutes remain in our opening quarter. A 2-2 tie. Davis mishandled that pass. He'll get it back no problem. Davis screaming at Caraballo. And Caraballo trying to move. Checked there by Foley. Sent back behind to Rothschild and back up towards Nassau. Nassau spinning, trying to break the defense. Fake the shot. Now looking for one. Instead passes over to Davis, and it ends up with Malcolm. Malcolm, who has been a starter all year, now Liam Tesey. Tesey and the 30 of Merkovich, both behind the net to guard Malcolm. Gets it out to Caraballo. Doesn't take a shot. Here's Davis again. Davis gives it back to Caraballo. Caraballo, long shot, good save by Tantilo. And Tantilo went up very quickly to Liam Tesey, back behind, and to the goal line. A flag comes up. So it will be Westwood on the man up once they give up possession here, unless they score. Long shot going out of bounds, and now the Cardinals will have the first man advantage of this game. See who comes over. Looks like Malcolm will be serving the penalty. Again, thanks for joining us. I'm Matt Merlino on this fine Friday afternoon. Hope we're able to kickstart your Memorial Day weekend. Our final boys lacrosse game of the season and our final home game as of now ever, at least for me as a Hills student. So 1:58 to go in our first quarter. Westwood with the first man advantage of this game. And here they go. It's Foley going over to Andrew Bellinger, who had the most recent goal not only for Westwood but in the game. Bellinger with it once again. Now passes over to TC. His shot wide. It'll stay. Unger back there. He'll retrieve it. 1:44 to go. Malcolm with his helmet off in the penalty area. Unger gives it back up. Ends up with Sealer. Pass down. Shot. Good save by Adams in the stick. The shot from Wendrichowicz. Adams out of the crease. Nassau comes down and retrieves it. He's an attack man, so usually don't see him on the other side of the field. Now it's up to Davis. Under a minute to go. Man advantage gone for Westwood. Coming down to the final minute of this first quarter, it's Logan Nassau at the 35. We apologize for that. Should be coming back in a moment. There it is. Thank God. Davis now at the 35. With just under a minute to go. Jesuel to the 20 and back behind the net with Tyler Rothschild. Back up to Jesuel. Ethan Kadem has traded his long pole, or no, still has his long pole, but is down there perhaps as a decoy in front of the net. 30 seconds left in the opening quarter. Here is Malcolm back up top. Jesuel faked the shot, now passes down to Rothschild, who gives it to Nassau behind the net. Down to 20 seconds in our opening quarter. 2-2 tie. Nassau takes it out. Down to 10 seconds. One final charge for Hills before this first quarter ends. Nassau spinning, readying, takes the shot, bounces, and a good save by Tantilo. That will send us to our first break. An exciting first quarter, 2-2 between Westwood and Pascack Hills. Thanks for joining us on the farewell. We're back now, second quarter, about to get started. A 2-2 tie from Montvale between Westwood and Pascack Hills. Final boys lacrosse game of the season for the Broncos. We get back underway in the middle with Jacob Cooperman and Greg Sealer. This face-off went every which way, and nobody has it just yet. Now, we do have a whistle, and that means it will be Westwood ball off, I believe, an over and back. So they'll take it up to midfield and get things started again. As we thank you for joining us here on PH Athletics, I'm Matthew Merlino. This is Liam TC. And TC passes it over to Sealer. TC had the opening goal of this game. The other one for Westwood came from Andrew Bellinger. Then it was Alex Davis and Logan Nassau, the 2 goals for Hills. Sealer gives it down to Wenderchowicz, a freshman, James Wenderchowicz. Now Liam TC again. And back up towards Sealer. Wenderchowicz gave it down to Ben Unger, who's pressured by Arkady Kokush, the senior, number 5. Inside, Sealer nearly lost his footing. Pinto nearly checked it out of his stick. Now it's going to be TC. Gave it down to Bellinger there, and back over to Sealer. Now Wenderchowicz again. Back outside, TC. Spinning, taking a shot, bounces up, got hit off of Adams' stick, out of bounds, and here is Unger getting us back underway. Unger inside, good pass, and a score for Seamus Foley, his 20th of the season, and Westwood goes up by 1. Back in the middle with Cooperman, and this time it will be Foley, who is set up as the face-off man right here. This one will go back to TC. He'll take it down. Pinto on the coverage. Greg Sealer. Sealer bounces one in. And the first multi-goal lead of this game will go to Westwood. Sealer's first. 4-2. His 15th of the season and 46th of the year. One of the best assisters in the state of New Jersey, top 70 in that mark, with 33 so far. Still the state tournament to go. This the last regular season game for both teams. TC gives it over to Wenderchowicz, now Bellinger, and back over to Wenderchowicz again. And here is Unger with Kokush on the coverage. Unger looking to pass, has to give it outside to Wenderchowicz. The cut was too late. TC being checked by Kadem, now making his way through. TC bounces one just wide and out of bounds. Westwood ball with Unger again. Just about 9 minutes remain in our first half. Bellinger at the 20, spinning again. Bellinger passes over, No shot just yet. Wendrachowicz couldn't get it going. Too much defensive pressure. Pinto keeping it in that long pole. Great cradle from the junior. Spinning around, still kept it somehow. And the officials get involved and keep things going for Hills. Now it gets checked out just as he was passing for Jezebel. And we have a timeout called by the Broncos. Our first of the game. Will take a break. Welcome back to Pascack Hills. I'm Matt Merlino, and you're watching Pascack Hills Boys Lacrosse on PH Athletics. 4-2, Westwood lead, 2 goals from Seamus Foley and Greg Sealer in this second quarter. Have them up, still 8:35 until halftime. Hills took the first time out of this game, and it is Logan Nassau keeping things going. A well-timed timeout from Coach Esposito, just as Pinto and Jezebel might have lost possession. But now it is Nassau trying to keep things going. A senior forced out wide. Malcolm tried to set a screen, didn't work out. Now with Roberto Caraballo. Young sophomore. Caraballo forced outside, and now behind the net. Good defense from Westwood's number 10, who we do not have a name for. This is Malcolm at the goal line and gives it back to Rothschild. Davis with it again at the top. Caraballo here now too. Davis again. And that got knocked down. Louis Paterno with his stick on it. Davis tried to get it. Scooping in is Nassau, now driving towards the net. Reversing behind, maybe looking for a wraparound. Nassau gives it outside to Rothschild. And now with Davis and right back. Alex Davis again. Robert Malcolm now. Malcolm using his strength. We had a whistle, and Westwood going to get it back here. So Hills still down 2 goals. Largest lead of the day for either team. It is Tantillo, the goalie, who is all the way over to get it. And lifts it all the way to about midfield, just bounced away from Foley, and so Hills will get it back. And it's Brady Frischer in the 13 who just kicks it for Malcolm. Malcolm passes over to John Fadovich, number 4. Fadovich with that long pole cradling through and tried for a short pass to Frischer. Now back to Fadovich again off the ground ball. And he'll work his way back as this one goes from Alex Davis to Jesuel and back up top to Malcolm. Nassau again, just about halfway through this second quarter. Nassau back down to Caraballo. Caraballo bounces one. Easy save made by Tantillo and gives it out immediately. Now looking. Just under 6 minutes until halftime here. And Westwood trying to add to a 4-2 lead. This is Paterno. Back over to Eric Herzing. He dropped that pass. This one's going out of bounds and down to Hills. So it will be Davis trying to get Hills back in it down by 2. Davis again over towards Malcolm. A spill there by Malcolm and a turnover as Foley gets the ground ball and now trying to counterattack. Fadovich pressuring him. Foley gives it down. And they'll have to pull it out. Maybe a charge here. Sealer off the give. Wendrachowicz now. Still looking for his first goal. And that pass was intercepted. Alex Davis taking it downfield with about 4.5 to go. Here is Logan Nassau. Nassau spinning. The coverage from Eric Herzing. Good screen from Jesuel. The shot from Nassau just wide. Got tipped out by Tantillo. That doesn't matter on a shot. It's whoever's closest to it when it goes out of bounds. This time that was Tyler Rothschild for Hills. Rothschild gave it over to Jesuel and back up to Rothschild. Hills has not scored yet in this second quarter. Went down 4-2 early in it with still about 10 minutes to go after the first goal from Greg Sealer today. Malcolm up top at the 35-yard line gives it over to Roberto Caraballo. Caraballo nearly lost the cradle. He did. And now a 3-on-1. But Caraballo comes out with it. And this time he keeps the cradle through about quadruple coverage. Jesuel now giving it back over to Davis. And here's Caraballo on the outside, hit hard by Sealer. Popped out towards Davis. And Alex Davis readying for a charge. His coverage from Louis Paterno, shot wide, still in bounds as Rothschild and number 30 Luke Merkovich back there. It's going to go to Merkovich and Westwood. And everybody works their way back down the field 2.5 minutes to go in quarter number 2. Here is Luca Scalia, a sophomore. Gave it up to Liam Tc, who has one today. Wendrich, who has none. Inside, and a goal! Ben Unger, the freshman, his 19th of the season. And the lead extends to 3. Back underway here. And it will be Foley off the redirection who gets the ground ball off that face-off. Bellinger, 2 minutes to go, flips it out for himself and now gives it over to Sealer. Wendrich could not drive in. Unger, and now behind the net. Turn and shoot and score. TC, his second. Cardinals lead by 4. A 4-goal quarter for Westwood with 1:45 remaining in it. Westwood ball off a face-off infraction from Adam Elswizy, and we get back underway with TC. TC, also a soccer player, where he went with 4 goals and 1 assist in the fall, 9 points as well. 39 goals, including 2 today, to bring his point total this season up to 56. Out with Bellinger, the sophomore, his shot wide and out of bounds, chased after by 2 Cardinals. Wendrich keeps it. Unger, as we have a timeout. Westwood with their first timeout of this game with 1:17 until halftime. 6-2 Westwood lead. Both teams have used one timeout of their 2 allotted in this first half. Westwood just took their first, so they have it. It's Liam TC, number 8. TC faked the pass inside. And now back with Wendrachowicz. And there's the goal, a great one from James Wendrachowicz. Cardinals' lead extends to 5. Seamus Foley, Greg Sealer on the face-off with Adam Elswizy of Pascack Hills. 48 seconds left in the second quarter, and Westwood trying to use all those 48 seconds. Sealer gives it down. Bellinger, good stop by Adams. Final 40 seconds of the first half. Malcolm. He lost it on the outside. Good defense from Herzing. And with 30 seconds exactly, we get back underway. Foley, the 12. Now Bellinger inside Sealer. Forced away by Kadem. Bellinger back outside. That one over the net and out of bounds. Wendrachowicz trying to make it quick. A 5-goal quarter for Westwood. Cardinals trying to add it. 5 seconds left! And that one got through. Redirected by Bellinger. 8-2. 5 seconds to go. Underway very quickly to finish out quarter number 2. Ground ball scooped up by Jack Epstein, but it is a 6-goal quarter for the Westwood Cardinals. They lead 8-2 at halftime. Thanks for joining us. Back in Thanks for joining us on this Friday afternoon. I'm Matthew Merlino here in Montvale, where it is an 8-2 Westwood lead over Pascack Hills. And we are getting the third quarter started. Back underway in Montvale on this Friday. And it is Pascack Hills with possession, Robert Malcolm. Logan Nassau now in that number 1. He had the most recent Hills goal. Broncos went scoreless in the second quarter after putting up 2 in the first and being tied with Westwood at the end of 1. Caraballo goes over to Davis. And it's Davis trying to drive in. Going over to Tyler Rothschild, now Nassau, and he'll keep it. Nassau with the coverage from Eric Herzing. Nassau tried for a low shot. It ends up in the crease. A good save by Jack Tantillo. Luke Merkovich now getting through the long pole. Merkovich got it down to Wender Chowich. A flag is down, so Westwood will be on the man up in a couple of moments. Sealer gets it down to Wender Chowich now. Wender Chowich on the outside, gives it over to Sealer. Delayed penalty scenario here. Sealer goes over to TC, nearly got tipped by Pinto. That was Bellinger now, and here is TC again. Unger gave it over, and a goal for James Wendrichowicz, number 19 of his season. Excuse me, Liam TC. No, Wendrichowicz. Our apologies. 9-2 Cardinals lead. Wendrichowicz with his second of the day. Seamus Foley and Adam Elswizy will be out there. Looks like Jesuel serving the man-up penalty. And it's Westwood ball. Getting us back underway is Sealer. Bellinger back behind the net to Ben Unger. Bellinger takes a shot. Good save from Adams. Luca Pinto, the long pole, keeping things going. Pinto charging through, coughed it up. And Westwood gets it back with TC. On the floor, scoop back up, and another save by Adams. Now with Pinto. And that pass too high, intercepted by Merkovich. TC still with it about 4 minutes into the second half. A long shot. That one hit off of Adams' stick, but it's out of the crease. Fatovich in a 1-on-3. Epstein, nobody's able to scoop it up. Now Mason Hennessy does. Hennessy down the field. Now with Alex Davis. And here is Rothschild. Caraballo back over to Malcolm. And that is Jezebel back on after serving the man-up penalty. Gave it over to Rothschild now. And it is Malcolm. Caraballo trying to scoop it up, and here is Rothschild again. And this is Nassau. Behind the net only slightly, now taking it right behind the net. Rothschild now at the 30. And Rothschild is pressured by Sealer, now gets it back behind to Nassau and gets it right back. Over to Caraballo. Caraballo bounces one. It got hit by Paterno, and Paterno's got it. Louis Paterno gives it to Tantillo, the goalie, and now with Mirkovic. 6 minutes down, 6 minutes to go in quarter number 3. Sealer at about the 35, waiting for the offense to get set up. And he'll pass to TC, coming on now. Gave it down to Bellinger and back up. Sealer again. Wendrachowicz now. Behind the net. Fatovich in there, but scooped up by Unger, and now out of bounds off of Unger and down to Hills. Arno, this will be Unger's ball, it looks like. And we get back underway with Ben Unger passing to James Wendrachowicz. Inside to TC, who's open, takes a shot, bounces wide, and will stay. Five minutes left in quarter number 3. TC gave it back down, swinging it here over to Saylor. Saylor outside, too high. Bellinger cutting inside was Sealer. He bounced it wide. And Unger will get us going again. TC back to Wendrachowicz now, and it's Sealer. TC again. Wendrachowicz scores. Second straight and third of the day. 10-2 Cardinals. Hills ball off of a face-off violation. And it's Malcolm off the pass from Pinto. Malcolm will take it back up. And here is Davis again. Davis gave it over. Caraballo fakes the shot, now gives it down to Logan Nassau. Caraballo has it back here and gives it over to Davis, now Rothschild. And it's Rothschild over to Nassau. Nassau looked for a jumping shot there, didn't take it. Now Davis from long range and a good save by Tantillo. Murkovic will take it up. And a timeout called by Westwood. That'll leave them with one remaining. You get 2 per half. Back underway, 2:41 to go in the third quarter. Liam Tisi keeps things going, takes it behind the net, keeps it here, and now passes over to Andrew Bellinger. Now a shot outside. It goes wide from Wendrachowicz and out of bounds. TC guarded by Luca Pinto. And TC passes to Bellinger, now up top with Sealer, and back over to Wendrachowicz. Inside, TC lost it. Pinto couldn't get the ground ball. Instead, it goes back to TC. Unger with under 2 minutes remaining in our third quarter. Sealer passes it down. There's a shot, a jump shot, and a goal from Wendrachowicz. 3 straight in this third quarter for him. And the Westwood lead extends to 11. Winning that face-off is Seamus Foley, who keeps things going. And now Andrew Bellinger just behind the goal line. Sealer back to Bellinger. Couldn't go anywhere, and back over to Sealer. Now with Wendrachowicz shooting, and the save made by Adams again. Luca Pinto now. Gave it down to Rothschild, and now it's Nassau. Brady Frischer gives it back to Alex Davis. Final 40 seconds of the third quarter. Caraballo now will trot inside and gives it to Malcolm, who is subbed on. Malcolm behind the net, looking for an assist. Just 15 seconds remain in the third quarter. It is Nassau with 10. Now Caraballo. Down to 5 now. Nassau spinning, needing to shoot, takes one, and it's saved by Tantillo at the buzzer. 12 minutes left, 11-2 Westwood lead. Stay tuned for the final quarter and some final thoughts. 12 more minutes on a season, 12 more minutes on the career of the 5 Hills seniors playing their final game today. 11-2. Westwood lead. We get back underway. Luca Pinto was in the face-off circle for Hills. Nearly got the ground ball there. Couldn't scoop it up at about the 40. Still a scrum, and now a whistle to give possession to Pascack Hills. Malcolm. Still has it behind the net. Now bounces one out for Alex Davis. And this is Caraballo. Caraballo looking to drive inside. Takes a shot and a good save from Jack Tantilla. Tantillo works it out to Eric Herzing. And here is Scalia. Scalia keeping things going. Gave it over to Sealer. They pass it down to the open man. Top shelf did not go in. It hit the crossbar from Unger. Still with Westwood. And now Sealer. Sealer again, now back to TC. Wendrichowicz now. And back over. Pass down to Bellinger. Here's a shot and a goal from Seamus Foley with 9:59 to go. And it is 12-2. Back underway, just under 10 minutes remain in our game. Hills trying to press here. It's down with Rothschild. Nassau on the outside, and just about 9 minutes to go. Malcolm. With the coverage from Chris Tyner. Malcolm getting through it, shooting it. Ricocheted off Tantillo. Flag goes up as Caraballo tries to retrieve it, and it looks like Hills will be on the man up here. And they will. Couple of Cardinals coming over. We'll see which one serves it. It looks like it might be Seamus Foley. Nope. It is Luca Scalia. So Hills on the man up, 8:49 to go, their first man up of this game. And it is Alex Davis giving it back down to Logan Nassau. This is Rothschild, who passes it down. Jesuel couldn't haul it in. Scramble for it. And Rothschild's got it for Hills, looking for a pass, goes outside towards Davis. Now it's Nassau. Back down and too wide for Jesuel to catch that one, a miscommunication. And Westwood takes over. 8:18. Merkovich. Giving it down. Westwood still short-handed here. Wendrachowicz gave it back to Unger. And Wendrachowicz again. Under 8 minutes to go. TC shoots wide. Out of bounds and staying. 7:34 left. Wendrachowicz behind the net, covered by Jack Epstein. Inside and a score from Unger. 13-2. Unger's second of the day. Sealer and Pinto go toe-to-toe. Sealer wins the battle, charges down. Bellinger scores again. 14-2. And so we're at running clock territory now. That one scored just 10 seconds after the goal from Unger. And it is the third of the day for Bellinger. Officials involved, they award it off a push to Pascack Hills. Just about 6 minutes left. Coming up, I got some things to say before we go home. And Malcolm lost it over there, but it's okay. Caraballo now with 6 minutes left on the season. Cooperman on the outside. He's the Fogo, so usually don't see him in the offensive situations that often. Senior night, so it's good to see him there. Here is Nassau now. Nassau, good overhand move. Couldn't find a lane and takes it back out. Alex Davis to Robert Malcolm. And Malcolm couldn't find a shot. Nice pass just over Cooperman's head and back out to Nassau. 5 minutes left. And it's Cooperman Davis. Cooperman crossing the field just below him. Davis spinning around there. And now passes out to Nassau. Back over to Davis. And it's Nassau again to Malcolm. Just under 5 to go. Malcolm behind the net. Nearly in the crease was Jesuel. Outside, Nassau just wide. Just about 4 minutes to go in this 2026 season from home. We still have states with softball at Westwood on Tuesday the 26th. Baseball at West Milford the day after, Wednesday. And Thursday, as of now, girls lacrosse at Pequannock. Good check there from Nassau. Could not get the ground ball. Number 31, Shoya Minasono in the game, and he's got it right now. Minasono spinning and lost the ball, didn't even realize it, and it's scooped up by Chris Tyner. 3:20 left and counting. And down to the final 3 minutes. Jesuel, good save by Tantillo. And here comes Luca Scalia. With the long pole, Scalia still getting through. Now Pinto comes up to pressure him. Scalia passes down to Wendrachowicz. Now open and just missing was Brody Nicholson. He missed it over. It is TC. With Foley and now Sealer again. Back over to TC. Now behind the net with Wendrachowicz. 2 minutes to go in the season. Wendrachowicz passed too far, and it will roll out of bounds and go to Hills with about 1:50 left. And it's Pinto who keeps the cradle. Pinto taking a shot. What a save by Tantillo to knock it up there. Scalia got it and shuffles it back. 80 seconds to go. Louis Paterno up to Greg Sealer. And with 1:10 left, it is Sealer. And it looks like Westwood content to leave it on the field right here. They'll improve to 9-10 on their season. Maybe one more for Brody Nicholson, his first of the game and of the season. 15-2 with under a minute to go and counting. So the Cardinals will improve to 9-10. Hills will finish their 2026 season with a 4-13 record, dropping their last 4 straight. Westwood's got Lenape Valley out in Sussex County on Thursday in the first round of the state tournament. Looks like we'll have one last face-off, 15 seconds to go. And again, Stay tuned. We've got some final thoughts. They may not even do this. I think they're just going to wait and let the clock go out. There it is. Pretty much ceremonial. But that's it. Our final score, 15-2. Westwood takes the win. And now, a look back at some of my favorite moments in these past 4 years.
And it's 1 point for Ferris. So a takedown gets the lead. He's got 10 seconds to do it. All in. Kenny with 5. There he goes. No points. No points called. Oh, there's the 2. He's got the lead. He's got the lead. And Durant right the buzzer gets it. Oh my God. 8.5 seconds on the clock. 3 tipped by Onicki, and it stays with Lodi. Tipped out. Still with the Rams. Cooper's got it. Cooper's got it. And it runs out. And the Broncos win! Still a lot of checking and now some whistles. Oh, and we got a fight. We got a Donnybrook here. Oh my. Shot. Blocked. On the ground. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pascack Hills are the champions! No, you guys can come in. You guys can come in. Congratulations, everybody! Exactly what we want to see. Championship. And we won. Here's the snap. Ahern. His kick has the distance. It is good! Callan Ahern to put the Broncos up by 1. They're going for it. Haven't used their kicker except for kickoffs. They have full faith in the arm of Vance Mixon, who runs. Can he throw? Time expires. Incomplete in the end zone. The Broncos win. Williams, it's a 9-point game. Luckman puts a Hail Mary shot up. It is good. It is good from Nick Luckman. My goodness, what a shot. Corner gets it back to Hoxton on the wing. Polsky steals it. Back to Weidmuller. Kicks to Luckman. 2 points. It's a 1-point game. Look at this. Timeout. Pascack Hills. Everybody in this gymnasium is sweating, partly because of the circumstances of the moment, and partly because it is very hot and humid.
And I mean this with no harm to Eddie Mulligan, but that was an absolute disaster.
First and goal from the 10-yard line of Mawa. Bauta under center. He's going to throw again. In trouble. Fires! Waiting for a signal. Touchdown, Pascack Hills! Did we just see the start of the Dren Bauta era at Pascack Hills? That is a way to start your varsity career. At their own 39. Onikian on another keeper. He powers forward. He's got room. Connor Onikian gonna go all the way. Touchdown, Pascack Hills down the right sideline. Almost fumbled the snap. It's a keeper for Onikian. He has some room to run. Connor Onikian turns on the Jets. He has some room down the near sideline. And Connor Onikian goes for 96 yards and a Pascack Hills touchdown to give them the lead. Now trying to shove him over. Pecora in trouble. Shawkat looking for the first Hills win. Can he get it? He does. No good. And the rebound will go to Dumont on a break, 2-on-1. Right with the block. Blocked by Wright. Here comes Polsky. Foul. Going for 2. Tough pass out to Foley. Now it's right on the corner. Here's Laz trying to drive. Kick Onikian. When will they get a shot off? 6 left. Polsky with 5 at the top of the key. He's got 3 now. Polsky at the buzzer. Yes! Ground ball. Bunts. Rennie comes in, and Angrisani is safe, as she was to start the inning, off of a bunt. Hills from a 6-0 deficit now leads by 1. Chopper for Sutton. Dropped. Steith safe at home. Broncos win. In 2-1, Christian Lee is 90 feet away. Kyle Wankus with a high fly ball out towards the wall in right center. It's going to bounce off the wall. No, it goes over. A home run for Kyle Wankus. 3-run homer for the junior. Driver outside. Nice spin for the league. Score! Right into the stick of Brendan Singleton, who's out of the crease and now pressured by Sands. Singleton bounces one, empty net. Oh, an impossible save!
The kickoff from Dumont's Aiden Reed, and it will bounce its way at the 20, picked up at the 18 by Jake Brew. Brew trying to find a hole. He's got one. Here goes Jake Brew. Jake Brew, the senior, with green grass in front of him. Look at Brew. No flags. There he goes. We are tied. Good chance. Score! And it's Malachi Sandy. Nice move to break it. Good defense from Fort Lee. Still dangerous. Rocco. Shot. Score! What a way to end it. Torres tipped. Teray there. It's match point Hills. It's over! It's over! For the first time since 2019, Hills has defeated Valley in volleyball. Get a load of this guy. From the back over to Ray. The hit from Bradley. Here comes Myers outside. Bradley got it over. Myers taps it back, but Jefferson sends it. Here's Teray. Tap down, and that's too far! Hills is in the sectional final. And for the first time in 9 games, Pascack Hills girls basketball defeats Ramsey for the first time since 2021. Final 20 seconds. Down to 15 now. Glass with it. 13 to the corner. Giordano. Driver. Less than 10. Down to 7. Glass with 5. 3 from Sawyer. Good! Oh my goodness! Out of anybody to do it, did you ever think it would be Brooke Sawyer? Now with the chance for an RBI as he pops one up to left. Back, and gone! Early second quarter. Veloso scores 200 career points. Siegenthaler with a high fly ball. It is high, it is far, it is gone! I should just quit now. I'm not going to see a better sporting event in my life. Well, I hope you enjoyed some of those memories. After 4 years and a conservative estimate of 300 games called, I find myself in a situation where I have a lot to say, but the words haven't come to me just yet. But I do want to start by saying this isn't my last game officially. It's my last game as a student here, but we still have states next week, as I mentioned, with softball, baseball, and as of now, girls lacrosse on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Plus, for those of you who are parents of younger kids or of younger siblings coming through, I'm going to be back a couple of times at least next fall and perhaps further along. So really what I want to do here is thank all the people who have made these 4 years so very special. And I want to start with our athletic director, Mr. Steve Papa, who without him, this does not happen. He's the one that greenlit this and let me go wild as a 14-year-old. And really, I want to thank our entire administration for letting 4 years ago a 14-year-old represent our school to the public stage. And I hope I've represented the kind of student that comes out of Pascack Hills in a good light. I want to thank my guidance counselor, Mr. Steve Casamento, who really pushed me to talk to Pop and get this whole thing started. He's another one that without him, this does not happen. I want to thank my parents. They've supported me financially, and especially my father, who took up the job as my chauffeur for the first 3 years before I got my driver's license. And I want to thank all the brilliant teachers and other faculty members that I've shared this booth with, and the gym down by Hills with, and the baseball and softball fields with. We've had a lot of great memories, and especially our other graduate this year, Mr. Paul Henry, for allowing me to really take over in his role as public address announcer along with this. I want to thank all of our coaches, both from Hills and from our opponents, who have been so gracious in giving me the information that is really the most necessary part, especially the commentary side. If you ask any commentator for sports or really for anything, the most important thing is be prepared to know what you're talking about, and without the rosters especially and the other things provided to us by coaches, I wouldn't have any of this, and I wouldn't be as nearly as good as I am. I also want to thank all the players, past and present, that I've commentated over the last 4 years for letting me be a part of some of their most special moments, and I hope I've captured them well. And I want to reserve the last and the most special thank you to all of my friends in the class of 2026. It's been an honor to grow up alongside you, to get to know all of you, and it will be an honor just about 4 weeks from now to walk across the stage just down there and receive my diploma and graduate alongside you. I want to leave you with the words that I think best describe my feelings about this whole thing. They come from Vin Scully, who, if you don't know, was the Dodgers broadcaster for 67 years and one of the great sports voices of all time. He said, "I've always felt that I needed you more than you ever needed me." And with that, I will say thank you all for being so great friends of mine. I hope I've given you plenty back, but I feel I still have a huge debt to repay for everything you have done for me. That's all from Montvale. Thank you for joining me over these past 4 years. This is Matthew Merlino for the final time. So long from Pascack Hills. Thank you for watching this presentation of PH Athletics. For more information, visit hills.pascack.org/athletics.